Hello, it is I, Corbin Bishop, back with another video, but we're doing something a little different. Thought to honor my favorite time of the year and make a little video about my top films of 2021. I know, it's a big deal. And for the first time ever, I think I've seen every single film that I believe I should have seen to be able to accurately make this list and not miss any top tier films. So, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, please. So, guy. Thanks. After the rough year of 2020, y'all know what I'm talking about, especially us cinema folk. There were so many films pushed back to the next year, And this is that year. It was so fun going back to theaters, going back to packed theaters. Instead of doing a top 10, I'm pushing it up to 15. There were just too many good films this year, and I cannot kick those last 5 off. All 15 of these need to be talked about and seen. So obviously, these are just my opinions, my thoughts, my reactions. I'm a big advocate that movies are different for everyone, and I think that's the beautiful thing about them. I'm just going by how it stuck with me. The theater experience, some of the theater experiences boosted it a lot. Let's see what you think. Let me know your top 10, top 15, or your top favorite film, because I'm sure it'll be different. So that being said, let's get into it. Top 15. This is a whole year of work, of hard work, sitting there and enjoying myself watching stories. So you're welcome. First off, at number 15, we have Petite Maman. Celine Sciamma. She has been my official second favorite filmmaker for a bit now. I was very excited for a new feature, if you can call it that, as it comes in at just over 70 minutes. Portrait of a Lady on Fire is one of my favorite films of all time. Petite Maman is definitely more low-key, but her imprint is everywhere. Real, deep, and emotionally charged, we get a nice tale about two girls who meet in the woods. Celine is the best humanistic storyteller I know, and Petite Maman continues that. Next, number 14, The Green Knight. Holy most beautiful film I've seen this year. This is one that I am most excited to rewatch, I think. It's just a once-in-a-lifetime film that was handled excellently by David Lowery. That and a perfect casting with Dev Patel. Very glad I got to see this in theaters. It'll never do justice on a normal screen. I apologize if you did not get the chance to do that. Number 13, Licorice Pizza. Honestly, I'm still not sure how I feel about this film. It's still marinating in my brain, but I enjoy that. The filmmaking by PTA was phenomenal, as expected. The compositions and shots were executed with purpose and care. Truly feel like you are in this world. Performances hit well. Fun having a couple of new actors come in and kick some ass. I remember it feeling a little too long, but honestly, if PTA is making it, I'll take as long as I can get. Number 12. If we were just going off of theater experiences, this would be up at number 2. Had the pleasure to see this in big IMAX with luxury seating, aka heaven. But the story and finale of Craig's Bond connected with me. He is my Bond through and through. I think it was a great send-off for him. I'll never forget watching Casino Royale for the first time. Also, I was very surprised by the cinematography. There were so many shots that I was just blown away, especially with that IMAX screen. I even teared up at the end at a James Bond film. I didn't know what was going on, but I was in it, and I loved it. Next, at number 11, we've got Power of the Dog. Might get some slack for this film being here, but I don't know how to explain it. I definitely needed a rewatch after the first viewing. There was something in there that just held me back from fully getting in the plot. It was a while ago since I've seen it. But that said, easily one of the best looking films of the year, if not ever. You get sucked into this world so effortlessly, and it's a beauty to see. You feel like you're actually there. After a few rewatches, I've connected with it a lot more and understood a major plot point that I somehow missed the first time. Overall, amazing film.
Alright, we're in the official top 10. And for that number 10, I have Flee. This is a film that needs to be seen by everyone. It was such a beautiful way to tell this refugee story. Gets you into his world and experiences. For very blessed people like me, it opens your eyes on what a lot of people have to go through. Beautifully simple animation that adds to the story and feelings. Check it out. I'm serious. It really makes you think and appreciate everything you have. And it's not just a typical documentary. It's very unique in that way, and I was shocked. Number 9. I'm glad I get to gush about this film a bit. It deserved a ton more respect. I was shocked at how little people saw this. This is a true medieval epic made from one of the best in the game, Ridley. The scale of this film was massive, and you get the combo of Adam Driver, Ben Affleck, and Matt Damon. I was very surprised at how much I enjoyed this. It looked just like a typical medieval film about war, but it's told in a unique way that adds to the story immediately. And the war is just a backdrop to the main topic. Glad to have seen this in theaters as well. The set pieces and costumes deserve it. You get fully immersed into this world, go back in time, and that's one of my favorite things about films. On to number 8, we've got The French Dispatch. Being a major Wes Anderson fan, this was orgasmic. So fun to see him get to do an anthology film and just let him go hard. I feel like everything he's learned from all his films, he just added it all into this and made something truly unique, and he just went balls to the walls. Especially with all the actors he got to utilize in the different stories. This was just an insane amount of fun to watch. We will see where it ends up on his filmography in a bit, but for now, this was everything I wanted and more. Each time I view it, you see something new and little bits of details that just adds to the story. There's so much going on, and I honestly don't know how he pulled this off. On to number 7, Red Rocket. Sean Baker does what he does best. Red Rocket left me pondering a while after the first viewing. It really grew on me as the time went on. Baker's filmmaking style just fits perfectly with this story of a big asshole and how he thinks. It's a slice of life film for a unique person and in a unique place. You could feel the small town of Texas. Leave it to Baker to bring the best out of Rex Simmons, born for this role, truly. Glad to see him on the big screen again. I highly recommend this if you know anything about Sean Baker. He can capture just some great humanistic experiences that just truly makes it feel like a real person, real story, real place. Number 6, Come On, Come On. What a year for A24. It just keeps going. They don't mess around. As I've been writing the script, Come On, Come On keeps going up the list. I connected with this film pretty deeply. Another slice of life film by Mike Mills. I loved watching them just walk around and record, as both the main characters learn and grow from each other. One kid, one adult. A beautiful contrast and lesson on how kids can help us all. Sometimes we forget that. Joaquin does what he does best, crushing any role on this planet. Truly an A24 film for better or worse. The black and white was beautiful and added a nice contrast to the opposite cities of New York and LA. I can't wait to watch this again. On to the top 5. And at that number, we have Dune. Not only the best theater experience of the year, but the best of my whole life. Easy. I could just talk about that the whole time. The shaking of the seats, the audio, the brilliant imagery, the luxury seating. Yeah, I was in it, fully enveloped. Denis Villeneuve is my official favorite filmmaker and has been for a while. He brings all these unique stories to life in a way that no one can. The wait for Dune was agonizing, but worth it. I believe he truly is one of the only filmmakers who could bring this massive story to the movie screen and make it coherent and amazing. Truly takes you into not only another world, but a completely different universe. The size of this story is massive. No matter who you are, what you like, I believe this theater experience would leave you smiling and in awe, and I truly, truly hope you got to experience that. On to number 4, we've got The Mitchells vs. the Machines. I honestly forgot this came out in 2021. I think it was one of the first films that I watched. But wow, what a film. The animation. I think they sort of cheated on making a unique animated film about a young girl who loves filmmaking but isn't understood. Instantly hits home for us film junkies. Truly unique and a story that is fun, heartfelt, and purposeful. So many jokes that I'm shocked almost all of them hit. It was non-stop, but they all added to the story. Probably the best family film that can be for everyone since Pixar started its domination. Getting into the top 3, we've got Bo Burnham's Inside. This was the year of musicals. I watched this thing freaking 5 goddamn times, so honestly, I don't know if repetition is not letting it be number 1, but it's definitely the most amount of times I've ever watched something in a year. I think Inside will go down in film history forever. The artistry here is unbelievable sometimes. That combined with the music and the whole theme of the lockdown, it just adds a perfect bow to what we all had to go through globally together. I'm not a huge musical guy necessarily, but when it impacts the visuals and adds to the whole story, it's truly, truly magical. Bo Burnham absolutely cannot miss. Speaking of musicals, number 2, we've got Tick, Tick, Boom. I've watched this one 4 times in a way less amount of time than I had with Inside, so that's kind of why it's before. This is more of an actual film, not a special, and I connected with it very strongly right away. I think it's the perfect combination of film, theater, and music. Andrew Garfield absolutely destroyed this role. I was really rooting for him for the Oscar. You don't understand how hard it is to act, sing, and bring a character to life. He took this role without even knowing if he could sing and just went for it. That's dedication, and he crushed it. I love him so much, and so should you. All right, we are here. My number 1 film of 2021, an amazing year for film, is The Worst Person in the World. Soon as I saw this, I knew this was it. I did not have one singular problem with this film, and that's rare. This is a great story about a young woman just figuring her shit out, along with the unique way of storytelling and filmmaking that Joachim Trier does. He is becoming one of my favorite filmmakers, and it just has great dialogue within the characters. Really makes you feel what they're feeling and want them to figure it out. It doesn't always end happily, but that's how life is, and I think this is a great film for that. It has a magical feeling with some of the scenes that truly envelop some of your feelings and thoughts when you're going through a hard time, and it really hit me hard. It got some Oscar recognition, but I think this needs more eyeballs on it. I urge you to give it a chance, even if it's not your favorite film of the year. I can almost guarantee you will enjoy it and come out feeling something about yourself. All right, y'all, that's it. My top 15 films of 2021. I know 2022 was almost over. I'm gonna have to definitely rewatch all these films. Some positions might have switched or whatnot, but all of these films deserve a watch, and I still just can't believe what a great year 2021 was for film. Thank you all for watching. I hope you get to see some of these, and I hope you got to see some of them in the theater. Stay tuned for 2022 top films. I will try to get it out on time. Anyways, watch movies, watch films, take notes, observe. Have a great day. Bye.